right. Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome back. Welcome to us on the Futures opening bell segment.
Welcome to the sell-off.
Welcome to the sell-off.
We started a couple minutes late, and the market didn't like it. So
no,
I thought that there was a problem.
Yeah,
That would be so funny.
It couldn't wait for us, so it just said, you guys, we're gonna have to do our thing.
Yeah.
Dang, look at this move down. This changes a lot of my
I'm
bias.
done for the day.
It already got short.
$4,500.
No
There
way.
you go.
Nice. Let's go.
Perfect.
That's what you wait for, right?
Yeah,
I
you do.
guess.
I guess.
No, you do. Perfect. Well, for those of you,
we're trying to figure out what the heck is causing this short sell-off. If you guys know, let us know in the chat. We're thinking, Microsoft rolling on lower AI software sales and customers resisting new products. So things down 1.9% in the pre. So maybe it's starting to drag things a little bit lower. But we didn't really see much else.
Yeah.
No, I think that's it. I think that's the consensus here. It's now sort of getting a dead cat bounce. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if we still go further.
Yeah, actually a minute ago, 2 minutes ago, I actually see, it says SPY rolling into the red pre-market after Microsoft headlines. Now that Microsoft headline is actually a yellow headline. So, yeah, I guess they don't like that. We got something to talk about on Mag 7.
We do. We definitely do. Hey, thanks for all the good headlines here. What else will we do? Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Silver casually dropped $1 in that same period of time. $1 an ounce.
I'm short NQ right now. At the low.
I'd probably get short soon.
Yeah, we'll see if we just continue to the downside. Because this thing is not relentless. It is relentless.
Yeah. It's gonna. I mean, with the craziest thing, like with the ES and I think the Nasdaq, but certainly looking at the ES, we were marching up to retesting. We were certainly tested value high yesterday, and we were almost at the session high, which was like, what was it, like at 63.5? We were like almost there. And then this news came out, right?
Yeah.
But it was pulled back a little bit. This was back more like at 8:15 Eastern when it was at that highest point of the overnight. And then it kind of pulled back. It looked like it was retracing. It looked like it was climbing back up to get higher. And then the news came out, and that was it. And
it's off.
Done. And now we're down.
Things getting schwacked.
Yeah. Dude, these market on open is going to be a ride.
There goes all my biotechs.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
When it's risk off, the biotechs sell off hard.
Get some of this money back from my silver loss. People thought it was safe.
There you go.
Did you guys see what Bitcoin was doing last night and today?
No. Continue to the downside.
Like 90.
No.
It came up to like 94,000 or something.
Oh God.
In the spot. Now it's down to 91, and it's under 92 anyway. So now it's starting to roll over.
Yeah.
Your XRP was holding tight at 220. Now it's down to 214.
Way too volatile.
Oh yeah.
I know. No, it is very volatile. So it's like all these guys that got in at 83, 85, 86, right? Oh, cool. We're going back to 100, 120. Michael Saylor's my God. I love Michael Saylor. And I mean, and then this news comes out. And what were we talking about yesterday about Microsoft, Tony, and the Mag 7? How it's just been kind of just ugly and not the best. And it's just been, you were talking about it, about how they've got their hands in everything, and they're just like the laggard, it seemed like. And here they come out with this news. Oh man. And it just sets the whole market, the whole sector on fire. I mean, this is
classic,
just,
man. Everything is just bound to the AI narrative. Just it's all bound.
Well, it could just be a Microsoft problem, right? So, this sell-off's happening right now, and we could,
correction.
we could just kind of jump back up, between now and kind of the top of the hour, and we'll see, or we continue the sell-off. But I mean, if it's just a Microsoft problem, we've been going over it on the Mag 7 Madness session that we do. And it's just like Microsoft, you look at the chart, you start looking at some of the technicals, and you start looking at some of the fundamentals as well. And it's like, they're lagging. I don't really know where they kind of fit into the whole, AI, Azure, global demand, because they are so levered to the commercial side. Like, I get it.
Right.
People want the Microsoft suite of products. People want Azure. I don't know what the uptake of Azure is, because I certainly don't use it. I don't use it. Microsoft Copilot. I don't use any of that stuff.
Me neither.
Right? You use all these third-party AIs, right? But you just use Microsoft Suite, Office, whatever it's called.
Yep.
So I really fail to understand like where they really position themselves globally in the AI kind of ramp up that we're going through, if it's not just based off the software side. Okay. Like, I know that they do have data centers. I know that they're somehow integrated into the hardware side. I don't know exactly how it is. So they've been lagging. As, the Mag 7 has been totally taking off with the AI trade. And, on days like this, they get schwacked even harder. So I think they were kind of waiting for a headline to kind of break the camel's back and I guess really dislocate things. But this is kind of what we've been seeing. Darren and I have been talking about this stuff, where I guess now we're evolving into, wars amongst the top companies that are in the AI space. Right. Where, they start pushing each other around, trying to eat each other's lunch. And there needs to be one or two or maybe three clear outperformers of the Mag 7 or the Mega Cap 10, whatever it is. And I don't really think it's going to be Microsoft. At least what we've been seeing, it's kind of like Amazon, Google, maybe Meta, Facebook. Nvidia is obviously in there, but they're obviously levered to the hardware side. So yeah, everybody really needs their stuff. But still, Nvidia is getting a lot of flack from Google, saying that, Google's kind of right behind them, if not ahead. Who knows, with all the proprietary hardware. But again, they're kind of fighting each other for the top slot. All of them.
All right. So we have thank you for all that background on it. That was great, Tony. We do have in about a minute and a half U.S. capacity utilization coming out, U.S. manufacturing output, U.S. industrial production year over year. So we got manufacturing month over month, production, industrial production year over year. We'll see what that does, but there is a nice little breakdown of what just happened here with Microsoft lowers the AI software sales quotas. So it says here, executives at Microsoft and other enterprise software firms heralded 2025 as the year artificial intelligence would be capable of automating tasks that involve multiple steps, such as generating dashboards based on company sales data. But as the year comes to a close, this is unbelievable. Microsoft has lowered expectations for how quickly it can get customers to spend money on these newer products known as agents. Multiple Microsoft divisions, for instance, have lowered how much salespeople are supposed to grow their sales of certain AI products after many of them missed sales growth goals in the fiscal year that ended in June, according to two salespeople in Microsoft's Azure Cloud unit. It's rare for Microsoft to lower such quotas for specific products, the people said. And then finally, the change shows how Microsoft is adjusting to resistance from companies to pay more for AI. Corporate customers have complained over the past year that it's hard to measure the savings from using the technology for tasks like drafting reports on customer spending and sales leads, and that it can be difficult to get the AI to work perfectly in cases where small mistakes can be costly, such as automating finance and cybersecurity tasks. Going to your point about Copilot, et cetera, but no one's using it,
Yeah.
This
Crazy.
Finally, I feel like there's a headline that comes out that
I know.
makes sense.
Yeah, I know.
Based on some tangible stuff. We keep talking about this. I mean, I've been using that word tangible for like a week or two because it's just everything's forward. forward. It's all pro forma. It's all
Yeah.
It's all commitments. It's all in the future.
But this is the other thing is that, like, I'm not going to obviously harp on how they run their business, but it's kind of ridiculous. They own 30% of OpenAI, ChatGPT. Why would you have whatever Azure's AI is, whatever Copilot actually does? Why wouldn't you just incorporate? Yeah, we own
integrate it.
We're putting ChatGPT as our agent. Because that would obviously pull in more people. You can make it, cross-cloud seamless so that people can pull their Word docs, their Excel
people
files.
People that are subscribing to ChatGPT, if they're not Windows customers, they can move over. They can do a suite with it. Like you said, total cross collaboration. But
Microsoft, if you're listening to Hola Prime TV this morning, I will be your product lead. All right, you can hit me in the chat right now. Get me Coach Daryl at Hola Prime TV. That's my email.
Gotta dial 1-800 Vince does HPTV. It's all you gotta dial.
Perfect. Yeah.
Speaking of our little boy, where is he in the chat? Is he here today?
God, is he?
Where is this little guy? Anyway, Eric Lake, good to see you. Everyone in the chat, great to see you. We got a little poll, by the way.
Yeah.
What has caused today's sell off the most? Well, I think we kind of went through it. So if you guys were sleeping, how is it not even an option on here?
We think none of the above.
I'm going with A, B, C, D, or E. None of the above. I go E.
Yeah, risk. Yeah.
I mean, risk off for sure.
That's the best option that you can pick from, I guess. So.
Oh my lord! All right, I did it. Oh my god! Everyone's selecting weak ADP data. What? Come on. Okay.
They're just trolling you.
Yeah.
The ADP employment change data technically is, I guess, weaker. I mean, at least that's that's objective. But we didn't get any reaction off of that data.
No.
Or not very much, I should say. If a 4-point move in the ES was a reaction, then fine. But yeah, looks like the S&P is trying to find support at previous day's low, which is 68.18. So
correct. It ticked it, came up, went down again, ticked it, and
it's
then
trying.
It is trying, or maybe it just drops at the open. We'll see.
I mean, might be the case. On all that news, Nvidia went from like 182 and I don't know, 3/4 down to 180 half. So it dropped like $2, a little bit more than $2, and now it's trying to climb its way back up here above 181.
Yeah, Nasdaq trying to claw its way back up as well.
Yeah.
I just watch out. Like, could just be a Microsoft problem. So watch for a bounce, maybe. Just be careful. If you guys are still trading. Oh, God. Oddly enough, guys, on days like this, you'll have guys that are the most connected mother effers, and they will still call some dumbass like me saying, "Why is the market down?" And I'm just literally going to say, watch Hola Prime TV, and then you'd know.
That's right. Exactly. You got to watch the opening bell.
God. Exactly. How about you just check out the Daily Mail every once in a while?
Literally, I'm sure. I wonder if the Daily Mail is covering this. Crazy.
That would be funny.
We'll get into the Daily Mail a little bit later.
Yeah. Anything else here? Anything else to go over? I can essentially just talk about my levels real quick. I mean, we've blown through the entire value area of the ES from yesterday. So that's really, that's all there is to say about that. Value area low was 68.33. Value area high was 68.53. We were above that until all that Microsoft news came out. And then we absolutely tanked immediately through that value area. And now we've tested previous day's low of 68.18. We're hanging out right above there. Aside from that, when I'm looking, and previous day's low is essentially close to the bottom end of that range that we've been trading in for the last, few trading sessions or so. So yeah, I think that we have to be careful of, just kind of chopping still within the range, even though that Microsoft headline came out. We'll see here in like 10 minutes or so whether or not the market just wants to completely sell off based off those headlines, or whether everybody thinks it's going to be a little bit of an overreaction and just continue to buy the dip. So, and by the dip, I mean, that's 40 points in the ES. It's really nothing
exactly
compared to the grand scheme of things. So, yeah, that's really it. All I'm really looking for is just see off the open here what 68.18 looks like, if we continue to hold that support or not. If we can't, if we break down a little bit, I'm looking for a move down to 6800 essentially, and then see if we can't break below that. But aside from that, to the upside, would look for a move above 6833 and see if we can't consolidate above 6833 to then rotate upwards towards 6853. So that's kind of the thoughts this morning right now, 9 minutes before the open for me on the ES. I can pull my Nasdaq levels over in like a couple minutes, but just give me a couple minutes and I can go through that.
I think, and I totally concur with all the levels you mentioned, Paul. The only thing I would say is that it is interesting, and you did mention this, how we've come down and basically traversed the entire range of yesterday's RTH session, New York session, in this Microsoft little sell-off of sorts. We were almost at the top. We come all the way down, and we held twice to just below yesterday's low of the day, which is very interesting. So yeah, it looks bad on paper, on the screen. It looks bad, like this is one big freaking line, but it's, again, it is only, a little over 40 points or so, 43 points, what have you. So it's not the range, it's not the points that's the thing. It's more of the fact that it swept the entire range of yesterday. It's interesting. We have to see what happens here.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
25 back to.
Well, at least we're finding some sort of level,
Yeah.
Where it's like, stop it before it goes back into last week.
Right.
We put a tourniquet on that puppy at 68.18. It looked like.
Yeah. Quite a straight move to the downside. Wow.
I know, man. It was thing was leaking. It was just gushing, dude. Like what? All right,
yeah, the Nasdaq, looks very similar to the ES in terms of just this overall move. Obviously, the Nasdaq's been a little bit more bullish over the last few sessions. Unlike the ES that's been trading in a range, you've got the Nasdaq that's just been slowly grinding in an upwards channel of sorts.
Yeah.
But this move that we've just seen this morning, very similar. My levels essentially for the Nasdaq, previous day's low, we came down, tested it, 25,413 essentially is that. So we came within like 7 points of it. I'm just looking for mainly to see if that area holds as support, 25,527, if that can hold as resistance, or if we can break above that, consolidate above it to then rotate through upwards to 25,642. That's kind of the outlook. That's the upside and the downside situational kind of awareness that I'm having here. Value area low is that 25,527. Value area high is the 25,643 levels that I mentioned. So yeah, really that's it. Nothing crazy. Keep it simple, keep it simple, stupid, kind of just
literally
come into the markets like thinking that today, don't get too crazy or anything. Let's just keep an eye on the headlines, make sure nothing else comes out, and react accordingly. So
yeah, agreed. Hey, Mr. Peeps, what's happening? Thanks for explaining things in the chat, Tony, for the questions, asking what's going on.
All some of the stragglers.
It's all good. It's all good. I think I'm going to announce we need to announce a winner from yesterday because we've got about 5 minutes left here. Give me 1 second.
Go ahead.
Okay, so as you guys know, we are doing $25,000 one-step futures challenge giveaways every day. We had a winner that was selected yesterday, and I want to congratulate R2ROW. I don't know how you say it, but R2ROW, congrats. We will be reaching out via email to you, and you'll be able to claim your account. So great job on doing that. And I also want to mention, and we'll probably have a little pop-up here on the screen. Let me see. You got it. We'll get a little pop-up going here, but we're going to mention today's password and how to enter the giveaway.
Here we go.
Very good. You got to do the giveaway.
Yes.
Right?
1000%.
So let me see. What should we do? Should we think we should do I think the password should be MFST? Nah, that'd be too easy.
MSFT. Not
MF. MF, yeah, just MF.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yep. Yeah, whatever password you guys think is appropriate.
No.
Or if they already selected one.
No, I'm just keeping them, keeping them waiting with bated breath. Just kind of keeping the tension up because Paul and I are going to leave in about 3 minutes, but I want to make it make it worth our while at the end.
Yeah.
Hit the climax and off to Tony.
Yeah.
Off to Rigatoni.
We don't. We get the energy going. We'll get it going.
Okay, Here we go. Here goes the buyers. Right before the open. Right. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
We'll see.
They don't come in and panic to the downside, or keep it up. Buy it. Buy the dip.
That's what it seems.
Let's go.
Seems like that's the case. I think this open's going to be an interesting one. I think we're going to possibly have some early morning. I might have some early morning trading here. Be a little bit active in the first 20 minutes or so. We
may get some responsive buying up to the top just to maybe get into some of this or retrace and then maybe fall out again. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I know we talk about it's Microsoft and it's a realistic comment that was made by, sounds like employees, which is good to hear because they're the ones that are actually in the trenches. But even though it is Microsoft, it still shows it still affects the whole sector. It still really should drag down all these AI guys because it's all the same thing, right? I mean, we talk about we talk about how Sam Altman and OpenAI, like they want to go public, but they haven't been profitable yet. They just keep raising, they're just, so again, all these stories continue, right? So, and everyone's throwing money at ChatGPT, but again, from a company standpoint, they haven't turned a profit yet either. So,
right.
Sure.
All right. Where are we at? We're almost off the air.
Let's get to.
I'm gonna wait for the last 30 seconds to give you the password.
I like it.
The password is. Can we do it? All right. I got it. All right. So what we'll do is we're going to talk about today's password and how to enter the $25,000 one-step futures challenge account. You need to go to Trade Secrets channel in our Discord, in the Hola Prime Discord, and you need to put in today's password, which is candle, like a candle, like a bar, like a candle chart, candle. So today's password is candle, You need to put in candle. You're laughing at me. I'm like blanking. What can I use candle for? Candle, your email address, your full email address, and the word futures. You need to do all three. And you need to put that into the Trade Secrets channel in Discord. And then you'll be entered. And you can see that on the screen here. Right
Perfect.
there. And then once again, I just wanted to announce yesterday's winner for the $25,000 account from yesterday. It is going to R2ROW. And there's popped up right now. $25,000 winner. So congrats to that person, and good luck to everyone playing today. This will be selected randomly. And with that, Tony, the market is open and it's falling like a knife, so take it away.
All right.
See you,
Thank
Tony.
you. See you guys.
All right.
All right, guys. Another crap sandwich that they left me with. It's great. So, I mean, for anyone that's just joining us, you might have heard, you might not. Apparently, Microsoft is crapping down the neck of the entire market right now. Essentially, they came out, I want to say like at the top of the hour. Yeah, actually, literally at the top of the hour. There was some sort of report that said essentially that the sales connected to Azure and the AI stuff, Copilot, like are not as good as what they had thought. A lot of people, there isn't a lot of uptake in that space. Why? Because, well, Microsoft is really heavily levered to, Fortune 500 companies and commercial companies. Okay. But I mean, it kind of looks like right now, like stock reversed course just a little bit this morning, now headed for obviously a lower open that we're into right now. But they're essentially lowering their AI software sales quotas because they don't have enough sales. And the sales teams aren't selling enough of this crap. So, elsewhere, I want to say, what is it? Like the ADP data came out. That was another guess that people were kind of taking as to why the market was kind of selling off. So for ADP numbers from November, they kind of showed that U.S. companies cut about 32,000 workers versus the estimate of 40,000. So that's a positive. So I don't know why the market would sell off on that. But basically, you guys know, like the market believes that the Fed's going to try to cut interest rates next week, I believe the meeting is, right? So if that happens, it'd be the third rate cut for the year and another positive for the market to hopefully send everything back to the upside here. So let me fire up the old trading view. See what screen it pops up on. Whoops. And we're kind of going to jump back into the markets here. All right, guys. At least what we're looking at in the NQ, a couple of things, right? So we've had this massive, well, not massive, but we've had this slight sell-off coming into the morning. So now we have the anchored VWAP that kind of looks like this. So we need to get above that. But then there's the day's VWAP, which is right above there. Then the 200 moving average. And then the previous day's close, we blew through that. Got no support there and just continued to dump to the downside earlier on this morning. Previous close on the Nasdaq, 25,603 3/4. Let me make that line here. Make it dark blue. Dashed 25, what did I say? 603 3/4. So right there. So guys, a lot of levels that we need to eat through to the upside if we are going to go to the upside. Again, not trying to have a bias, right? But path of least resistance might just be to the downside. Maybe we reject here on the anchored VWAP. Maybe we go to the sessions VWAP and just reject off of that. Maybe it's the previous day's close coinciding with that 200 moving average on the 2-minute chart, that little pink line all the way at the top. So, like I said, a lot of levels that we need to eat through to the upside in order to kind of get up. Not to say that we can't do it, right? seems like volumes are holding in there. See if the buyers can't rally this thing to the upside, right? But yeah, we got short. I'm up $1,600. I'm up a lot more in some other accounts, guys. I'm not going to gloat, but we are going to. It's going to be an interesting one actually this morning. Why? Because you guys know that I do kind of the 15-minute opening range, and we've already had a pretty large range on the day. Looking at overnight, like not really much happened, right? You're just kind of like waiting until this morning, and then boom, we dump to the downside. So we'll see. Maybe we get a continuation of the downside. Maybe we don't. Obviously, we're going to be looking at the MAs to see if they provide any support. And if we don't, we get a little bit of dump. Candle closes down there. I'll look for a continuation of the downside, I guess. Because that's really all you can do. On a day like this, it's just like kind of just hope for a continuation. So maybe, I don't love it, but I'll try to break out some sort of trend line that we could try to keep. I'm going to be really liberal with it, so I'm going to give it a lot of room, because do I think we continue the downside? I'll say no, because I think it's largely a Microsoft problem. And just because they're revising down their sales quotas doesn't mean that they're going to revise down sales and revenues. So, yeah. So I say, I don't know. Maybe we go to the upside. Maybe we don't. All right. So let me I'm going to take a look at some of the stocks, because, those are kind of the leading indicators for the entire market, obviously. Yeah. So Amazon down. Google, let's see. Up. Wow. Google up slightly. Awesome. So yeah, this is kind of what we were talking about, guys, where we guess, like, where does the AI trade begin to grow to, or what the heck does AI, going into 2026, right? How long have we been talking about AI for? A while, right? 2 solid years, a year and a half mainstream. So it's been in the forefront of everything every single day. So what happens with AI now? That is the big question. Well, with any sort of developing sector, developing market, usually you start out with, yeah, hey, everybody's in it. Yeah, AI, I'm doing AI, he's doing AI, we're all doing AI. That's great. But then it comes down to competition, right? Where you need to start having industry leaders significantly differentiate themselves to the upside. And we think that that's kind of where things are going, with some of the headlines, with some of the larger, Mag 7 companies making sudden alliances with each other. Example, Amazon saying that they're partnering with Google on cross-cloud integrations. So the Google Cloud along with the Amazon AWS Cloud. You can't tell me that that's not going to be disruptive amongst the commercial space, right? People are going to want to jump on that. So that kind of hurt Microsoft. Another thing that I know personally from Microsoft is that, like, if you wanted to get Azure and you wanted to get cloud storage and some compute capability, it's super freaking expensive to do it with Microsoft. It's like $2,600 a month to like be, renting out a little server to try to run some like large, data mainframe or website or whatever it is you're trying to run. Like, it's still being a small business. Like, it's so crazy. Like, you're like, I'm a small business, right? Microsoft sales representative. I'm a small business. I only make like $100,000 in revenue a year, and I can't really allocate $2,600 a month just to rent out your freaking server. So it's just like, you go to Amazon, AWS, and it's like you as a person could rent out server space for like $20 a month or $40 a month, whatever it might be. So you get what you get, and you don't get upset. I see you guys in the chat. And again, guys, make sure you're in the right stream. Hola Prime official, right? That's where we're at now. All right, I'm jumping in short to the NQs. Just on a slight break of structure. I don't love it. I do think that it's a Microsoft problem. I think that we can kind of claw back to the upside. And again, if we start moving to the upside, I don't want to give it all back, but it is what it is. This is kind of what my trade is going to be looking like. I'm short at 25,454. So if we continue to the downside, great. If not, okay. I don't really love it right now because we did break that structure and we're not just dumping. So guys, I think I'm actually just going to constrict this one and see how it goes. Okay. Probably get stopped out. So all right. So we're in this one. Like I said, we get that break of structure and now it's being defended. So I guess we're kind of going to try to go to the upside. We'll try. We'll see. Right? We'll see. Still got some levels that we need to start to eat through in the Nasdaq. But I don't see why it couldn't be just relegated to a Microsoft problem. They've been underperforming the Mag 7. If you guys follow us on the Mag 7 Madness that both Coach Daryl and I do a little bit later in the afternoon, we've been following kind of this weird structure that's been playing out in Microsoft where they are lagging. But it's not one of those things like Amazon, where Amazon was lagging over the last month behind the Mag 7 stocks. And that's a buy. I mean, I put a lot of money into Amazon just recently because I didn't know that the chart looked like that. And I do know the underlying fundamentals of Amazon. So we've been talking about it on the Mag 7 Madness segment that we do, guys. And of course, this was kind of just a headline that confirmed kind of what we were talking about. We were like, why is it lagging? Is it because of the AI? Is it because of the Azure? Because it's too expensive? What is it? And I guess, yeah, you see it today. We didn't predict anything. We were just guessing, saying, why is it down so much? Someone obviously knows something. Someone doesn't like something at Microsoft, and this is what you get. So it is what it is. MSFT, I'm just looking on my other screen here, guys. Oof. Microsoft. Down at 475 the figure. Almost. 476. Nice dump. Well, if you're a Microsoft shareholder, I don't know. It's down almost 3% right now. So, dragging everything with it. But, looks like it's largely kind of played out and baked in, whatever you want to call it. So, we'll just see if it doesn't really start to rally. We're only, 13 minutes in to the open. Still nothing, guys. The market's still trying to shake out what it's been doing. So we'll see. There's really no reason that we can't begin to rally. One thing I will say is that, hey, we haven't continued to dump, okay, since the cash session has been open. All that ETF flow, all those people that are, in the retirement accounts now dumping Microsoft, and hopefully they'll be running to, the Googles, the Amazons of the world, hopefully. But that remains to be seen. Okay, guys. All right. Let's see. Quite the morning that we've had. Obviously, the action was right at the top of the hour, 9 a.m. Eastern time. But like I said, we'll see. We'll see what, continues to play out. Whether or not it does. Yeah, I see you guys in the chat. Do I think that the ISM services servicing PMIs are going to have an effect today? Nah. Let's see here. It's today Wednesday, 10 a.m. Yeah, I mean, you know, that it's one of those things that the market's probably just waiting again. That's why we're kind of just in this zone. So I wouldn't be trading anything. You know, yeah, I tried to get short on that breaker structure just to see if we're going to continue to dump. Got stopped out. Thank God I did. I only lost, what, $600, $700. And I stood to lose like 1,000, which